So OSINT, by its nature, is a cross-intelligence discipline because, firstly, it's a crucial intelligence discipline that gathers public available information from various sources to enhance intelligence analysis and decision-making. During the Cold War, for example, OSINT played a significant role in intelligence gathering on adversaries like the Soviet Union and China. OSINT has become even more critical in recent times, with examples like the CIA using it during the raid on Osama bin Laden compound and law enforcement agencies using it in the investigation of the Boston Marathon bombing. However, the vast volume of data available, particularly from the social media, present a challenge in extracting valuable intelligence. To ensure effective use of OSINT, the information needs to be carefully processed, authenticated, and evaluated for credibility and context. It is essential to distinguish between data, information, and intelligence, where data is raw facts, information is data with context and relevance, and intelligence involves inferences and insights from decision making. So the OSINT is absolutely a copy, let's say, for the intelligence cycle. So OSINT is based on the same pillars of the intelligence cycle. Let's have a look on that. So we can recognize the collection as gathering information from open sources, which can include the internet, social media, publication, public record, and so on, processing, organizing and preparing the collected data for analysis, which may involve data cleaning, structuring, and translation if necessary, then exploitation, examining the information to derive insights, trends, or patterns and assessing its relevance and credibility, and finally the production, so creating reports, briefings, or other forms of intelligence products to communicate findings and insight to decision makers or relevant parties. Then OSINT is a cross-intelligence discipline because it can be even applied from attackers' point of view, perspective, and defensive perspective. So OSINT encompasses two categories for this reason: offensive and defensive. Offensive OSINT focuses on systematically collecting data for target attacks, such as gaining a competitive advantage on causing harm. Example includes social engineering, spear phishing, and doxing. Offensive OSINT can be illegal and unethical if it invades privacy or is malicious. Conversely, defensive OSINT employs publicly available information to protect individuals and organizations. It includes threat intelligence, risk assessment, and brand monitoring. Defensive OSINT helps identify potential threats and vulnerabilities and develop strategies to mitigate them, but it should be conducted ethically within legal and ethical boundaries. So open sources that contribute to OSINT, both offensive and defensive, are classified into 6 categories, generally speaking: public media, the internet, public government data, professional and academic publication, commercial data, and gray literature. So the next slide will complete the purpose and the powerful outcomes that can be obtained by the use of OSINT, because it is a specialization of defensive OSINT, so the OSINT support for cyber threat intelligence. The cyber threat intelligence involves understanding threat actors' intention, capabilities, objectives, and thought process to empower defenders with actionable insight. This intelligence can range from updating a firewall block policy with no malware command and control infrastructure to creating dossiers on threat actors targeting an organization's industry vertical. The information at the strategic, tactical, and operational levels helps make informed decisions and direct all lines of business within an organization. CTI professionals differentiate between data, information, and intelligence, obviously. Data refers to individual piece of information like an IP address or domain name. Information is vetted data but lacks strategic context, while intelligence adds analysis and context, making it actionable, such as a feed of malware hashes associated with specific cybercrime actors. Operational security is crucial for any threat intelligence function that involves actively collecting open source intelligence. OPSEC protects individuals during intelligence collection by safeguarding personal and technical information from falling into the wrong hands. CTI operates at different levels: strategic, tactical, and operational. Each level focuses on understanding different aspects of threats, ranging from identifying threat actors and their motivation to observing their tactics, techniques, and procedures. Organization can leverage OSINT sources and feeds which are publicly available and often free to build intelligence without expensive data subscriptions. So OSINT provides benefits like low or no cost public maintenance, data accessibility, and information sharing, allowing organizations to set up preventive measures against threats. So finally, when carrying out the OSINT activities, there is a sort of code of ethics. There is ethics and laws to be comply with. So ethics are crucial in digital investigation to ensure fairness and just consequences. In OSINT, ethical considerations are essential and encompass, as you can see, respect for human rights. So OSINT must not violate human rights or privacy, as stated in the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Attribution: properly attribute sources and consider the impact of information collected. Protecting individual privacy, so respecting individual privacy and avoid unethical data collection methods. Ensuring accuracy: provide accurate and unbiased information to support reliable decision making. Maintaining transparency: act transparently to maintain public trust, especially when conducted by government agencies. Then protecting against unintended consequences, so consider and minimize unintended negative impacts of OSINT. Then promoting professional standards, full best practices, and ethical standards to enhance professionalism and credibility. Then legal consideration: be aware of and comply with relevant laws, including data protection, intellectual property, national security, and cybercrime laws. For legal consideration, OSINT investigators must adhere to various legal constraints, such as data protection, intellectual property, national security, and cybercrime laws. These laws vary by country and should be understood and respected in OSINT activities. For example, web scraping involving personal data may be illegal due to the data protection laws like the GDPR, but it may not be illegal if personal data is not involved. To address human rights concerns, the Berkeley Protocol on Digital Open Source Investigations, so BPOTC, provides guidelines and best practices for digital investigations, focusing on human rights and ethical responsibilities. It covers topics like ethical consideration, data collection, verification, and analysis, and documentation, emphasizing the safety and privacy of individuals and communities involved in investigation. The BPOTC is a versatile resource for various actors, including human rights organizations, journalists, and legal professionals.